Not to be confused with Flashlight or Fleshlight, Torchlight Infinite is an ARPG in the popular Torchlight franchise, which, before this last week, I had never heard of before. I've been playing for about the last week, and I have some opinions, and I also have a microphone and an editing software and a seemingly endless supply of coffee, so sit back, relax, and I'll give you an in-depth suck situationship or unalive for Torchlight Infinite. The story takes place in the realm of Leptis. It sounds like a coitously transmitted disease. The world is run on Ember, and the big bad threat to the world is Ember. Different thing, not the same. Anyway, this is Aria. She is your crow. This is Liv. She's not a crow. What's a crow? I don't know. The game never really explains it. So there's this bloke called Lean, right? I think his parents hated him or something. Anyway, Lean is a crow, and he used to be best friends with your best friend Liv. But for some reason, he's not best friends with your best friend Liv anymore, and so he steals your town Spark. So you have to spend 3 acts chasing him across the world to get the Spark back. Along the way, you meet a dwarf that doesn't sound Scottish.
Little robot. You don't look like dwarven tech.
A leader of an organised religion doing shady shit because when aren't they, am I right? And at one point you even catch up to Lean, who promptly claps your cheeks without safe search on.
I should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light!
When writing this script, I've had to watch some refresher videos because it got so boring that I was just skipping through the cutscenes so I could get to the next fight. This is a seasonal ARPG, and the story is just a shoo-in for the people who want to experiment with their new builds at the start of each season. The story is arse. I give it a 3 out of 10. It wasn't a Harry Potter Draco and Ronald fanfic, but it also wasn't book 6 either. So I don't normally play ARPGs. I played Diablo 2 and Diablo 3 and that's about it. You start by selecting a character. You either get the normal character or the emo version of that character. Jumping right into the game, you start with a single skill, which is your right click, and then you slowly unlock your queer skills through the game. No, not queer, queer, Q-W-E-R, just, you've got skills, and then inside of your skills, you have more skills. You've got aura skills and triggered skills. An aura skill is something that you've constantly got on you, like pubic hair, and a triggered skill is something that requires something else to happen first, like whenever you hit the enemy with your penis, apply a 69% cum damage multiplier. Am I fucking 12? What the fuck? There are over 180 different skills for you to fuck around with, but most of the time, you're following a meta, and you're just gonna get you the most DPS. You're not smart enough to come up with your own build, so you're probably just gonna use the build suggestion tool. Also, before I move on with talents, I just wanted to point out that this game does a dog shit job at introducing the player to the new mechanics. They've gone with like a less is more approach by adding a few minor tooltips when something unlocks, but in this case, less is just less.
Witlash, what about the game feel?
Mouthfeel. Mouthfeel, what is that?
Wait, this is an ARPG, I haven't gotten through all the menus yet. Alongside your skills, you also have talent panels with talent masteries, and each mastery has a talent tree. ARPG, yeah, loving that tree, yeah, make money, yeah, play for free, premium coin, yeah. Moist in my loins, what? My sweaty groin, huh? I'ma rejoin with everyone that's a bitch. Your mom and me. Like with every ARPG, the enemies that you kill will drop gear. No, not that kind of gear. Gear has base stats, then changeable stats from tier 8 all the way to tier 1. Tier 8 is shit. Don't do what I tried to do and max out my gear at tier 8, when in reality I was just inshitifying my whole gear set. Normally, bigger number better, but with gear, bigger number not better. To change these stats, you need to earn these things called fine embers, or precious embers, or matchless embers. The obfuscation's a bitch, I know, so just think of it like iron, steel, and adamantine. These are your crafting materials. When you first start the game, you're going to find fucking none of these, but as you progress and unlock the right progression trees, you'll start finding them everywhere. Okay, now onto the game. The story is arse, but no one plays for the story. They play for the seasonal mechanics. See, once you bounce your bitch through the main story, you unlock this thing called the Nether Realm. I hear a bunch of PoE 2 players calling it mapping, so I'm just gonna call it mapping. Anyway, you unlock the ability to map, and your gameplay loop is to first get to the final stages of the Netherrealm, go big dick on your damage numbers, and as you prog through mapping, you earn these little points. These points can be spent on these skill tree things. Loving the tree, yeah. It's an ARPG thing. Everything has to be a fucking skill tree. I don't know. The illusion of choice makes people's dicks hard, I think. Anyway, what you do is you figure out what season mechanic you want to play. Let's just say we want to play the Oasis mechanic. You're going to spend your map points on boosts to earn Oasis Coins and start running maps. In those maps, you'll find these little thingamabobs which spawn sand pirates. Come on, guys. These sand pirates will in turn drop the Oasis Coins, which you can use to spend on the mechanic. The Oasis mechanic's like this little AFK thing where you hire workers to work while you sleep. It's passive income in a video game. If you want to try out other season mechanics, you go over to the map's prog points and you just refund all those points and throw them into a different skill tree, like the snow canvas or the dream catcher. Each new season comes with a new mechanic as well as a new character, so that's the loop. Start a character, level them up, prog through your maps, make big dick damage numbers, earn seasonal currency, and play whatever that season's mechanics are until the season ends, and then it all gets shunted into the permanent server, which, let's be real, no one fucking plays. That's confusing, right? Yeah, it is, and this game's not exactly new player friendly, because as a new player, I'm roaming around going, what is a snow canvas? Who the fuck is Towerco? And why am I robbing their trucks? Why are there trucks? This is one of those games where you're just gonna have to watch a lot of YouTube videos to understand the intricacies of each system. Luckily, the only multiplayer elements seem to be if you invite your friends into some limited content or you participate in the world chat in the bottom corner. So it's okay if you don't know what you're doing, because you aren't going to have people flaming you for being shit at the game. For an ARPG, this is a fun game. It's a bit kiddie in its design, like World of Warcraft, but it's fun. I was getting to the point where I was going to write a bad review for the game because I was getting soft-locked and I couldn't really understand what I was doing wrong, but then I watched some YouTube videos and followed some guides, and then I started having fun. Fuck me, remember back in the day when you didn't need a PhD to play video games?